Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the Selful Soul. My name is Gladys, and for those who don't know me, and thank you to the new subscribers. A really warm welcome to you. Thank you for being here. So this is your weekly pick a card reading. Apologies to those for me not. I didn't do my. So there are two things that I do regularly. One is the weekly pick a card reading that I publish on a Sunday around 9. I'm trying to keep it to around 9 a.m. South African Standard Time. And I also do a midweek one card draw. That one card draw is a card to reflect on for the week ahead, which I do. And then I give feedback and then draw another card for the week ahead. Yeah, that's a bit of a mouthful. But anyway. So this is your weekly pick a card reading. Please, if you like the way I read, I just need to say this for those who don't know me. I try to avoid prediction in my readings. I try to focus more on the lessons and the advice and guidance in the reading rather than on the outcome. Because I believe we have agency, and I think that the tarot is so powerful for that purpose, for the purposes of personal growth. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to draw the your cards quickly, and then I'll draw them now in this intro. Your base cards from which you'll choose. Oh, and this one showed itself to me, and I thought, what card is that? What stone is that? But it's Labradorite, and I've never seen it look like this. I have one like this. In fact, it's downstairs. I wanted to show you. I love it, love it, love it. So that's Labradorite. Beautiful. I see it as a magic stone. So that will be for group 1. Let's see, group 2. Let's see. Okay. You can skip ahead if you like. Of course, this is a sort of live drawing of them, Oh, look at that, how pretty that is. Pink Sapphire. That will be group 2, Pink Sapphire. Some of you will have already made your choices because I will put this up on Facebook. Spirit Quartz. Oh, beautiful. That's group 3. And that light causes a problem. It's Aegirite. Aegirite. Beautiful. Look at that. Wow. Oh my, really beautiful. So group 1 would be Labradorite. Group 2 would be Pink Sapphire. Group 3 would be Spirit Quartz. And group 4 will be Aegirite. Okay, I will see you on the other side. Welcome back, group 1. You've chosen Labradorite, and your number is 11. 2 plus 9 adds to 11. So 11 is a very special number. It makes me think of twin flames because 11, 11, and it's the two wands. But Labradorite for me, there's so many different interpretations of crystals. So my thing is that we need to reinterpret them for ourselves. But the one thing that stuck with me about Labradorite is about that it's a crystal of magic and power. So, and because that resonates with me, you know, it's such a magical crystal. As you turn it, you see all these different things in it. And I like in this version, there's a face there. It's almost like looking into the mirror. So perhaps this group will do a lot of introspection this week. The magic might be in confronting the self. So let's see what comes up for you, group 1. I'm using the Light Seers Tarot, and I will clarify with the Hanson Roberts. And my sentinels here, my quartz, clear quartz, and this my brother brought back from me when he went to Europe. I'm not sure where he got it from, but it's so lovely. It's an oil holder, actually. And I've got my oil in there. I've got some sandalwood and lavender, and it's burning in this burner here. Let's see, group 1, what we have in store for you. Wow, what do you know? The High Priestess is very much about that, going within, finding the treasures within. So I really think you're something deep, maybe for you for the week ahead, perhaps for all of us. I'm feeling like intense feelings, you know, like not in a bad way, in a good way, in a really good way, in like a guided way. Oh, and I just wanted to let you know also this I got from a shop here, like at the shopping center. So pretty, this candle. And I met a young woman there, really sweet young woman, and I will be coming back to look at her lovely stuff. I have birthdays coming up. You're not obscured with that. Four of Pentacles, holding on to your purse there. So there's like a stubbornness that I'm feeling from this group. Something you're being stubborn about. There's lots of positive though, because you've got the World card there. So completing again another cycle. A cycle that's ending. And you know, with endings are new beginnings. Something deep, I think. Four of Swords, another 4. 5 of Swords and 9 of Swords. Okay, things got a bit weird. Let me just put these out, I think, for your advice cards. And this wants to fall out, which is victory. So let's keep it here as a reminder of being victorious. So you have the High Priestess, the let me just show all of these. And then I'll use the Hanson Roberts to either clarify or get advice the week ahead. High Priestess with the 4 of Coins and the World. I suppose I think that this is your card for the week ahead, is to do this magical introspection. I like the fact that really these cards are echoing each other for me. If you have Labradorite, work with it. And which just reminds me, I have a lovely piece that I want to give my brother. I'm not sure if he's chosen this, but he did indicate an interest in Labradorite. So, and it looks like a Labradorite stone at her almost near her throat, between her throat and heart chakras, I suppose. That's interesting that should come up, right? So it's possible you are dealing with something that's close to your heart, but I think that you're needing to do some work within. I don't know why I'm struck by that pink color, which is telling me that perhaps, and it's reminding me now of this Four of Coins, perhaps you need to be more gentle with this going within. You know, the High Priestess is detached, but she's not hard. And I think that perhaps you are just being cautioned not to be hard on the people around you or on yourself. So something's coming to an end. But instead of seeing it as a bad thing, I think you need to see it for what it is, that it needs to, whatever it is. And it's a successful conclusion, you know, with the world there, and you got it in the upright as well. So it tells me something that is completing happily, that you need to feel victorious, like you have accomplished something, not victory over, but your own victory, that you've accomplished something significant. Now this row here, and then you have the Nine of Swords as well there. Nine of Wands, sorry, it's the Nine of Wands, so I'll just scratch that. But you have the 4, the 5, and the 9 of Swords. So perhaps you at the moment are going between this feeling that you're in the right place and that everything that you're going through is about your growing spiritually. But perhaps your reality is this feeling, gossip, shit talk, I don't know how else, like someone's talking crap in your ear, feels like. And even this 4 of Swords looks painful. I know there's a heart there, but it looks like this person needs to retreat. This person's feeling wounded. I'm getting a feeling of woundedness here. And then, you know, the 5 of Swords is that one of our game playing. So I think you need to think about what is the game playing, and I'll come back to that. The 9 of Swords is that sleepless nights and worry. You're in your head about something. And perhaps it's about this huge transformation that's going on. Right? You know, immediately I'm seeing the advice of something you're holding on to. You don't have to hold on too tightly. Perhaps you're worried about the financial implications of whatever this is. Yeah. But there's some serenity in that. So perhaps you need to find your serenity in dealing with this. You know, you have the 4 of Swords there and you have the High Priestess. There's a sense of walking away from something, you know, like in search of something better. Detaching, which is linked with. So this whole row here, this row, you have the High Priestess, the 4 of Swords, and the 8 of Cups. They all talk to me about detaching. So perhaps you've been detaching from something slowly and doing a lot of going within, and that going within is helping you move away from something that doesn't serve you, something that is, no, the person is walking peacefully away towards the sun. Okay, I've had enough of that. Now we move away of this emotional, maybe turmoil and murky water and unclarity, maybe, you know, with the fire in the cup there, almost fighty energy, and you're walking away from that. Wounded but strong. That's what I'm seeing. Wounded but strong. The 9 of Wands is look how she, the word that kept coming to me is the sentinel. Did I say this? These two are my sentinels. You're a sentinel. Like God, it's almost like you need to stand strong and guard what you've worked for, that you've worked so hard for, whatever that is in the situation. It could be a relationship. It could be how strong you've made yourself. It could be what you've built up. But it could also be your resources, your experience, your life experience. I think you need to honor that. And perhaps you're not doing enough of that. And here, okay, I'm going to try and tie this all together, but here you have the Seven of Pentacles, which is about talking about patience, having the faith to know that what you've planted, there's all your coins, your beautiful treasures that will grow, that will seed. Right now you can see only the leaves, you can't see the fruit of your hard work, but it's there beneath the surface. But let me take a moment to try and see the big picture of what could be going on here for you. This one. I'm just seeing now, the completion, this completion card. It could be speaking about the end of this, like you've planted the seeds now, and now be patient and let them grow, because you've planted on fertile soil. Whatever it is you've been working on, trust that you have planted on fertile soil. You may not be able to see the fruit of it yet, and maybe that's why you are agonizing about it. But I think you are being advised to stop the agonizing, because trust that I'm reminded of the victory, that you've done the hard work. You've been doing this, going within and honoring the high priestess within you, just with that reminder to be gentle on yourself and on others while you do that deep inner work, deep growth, soul growth. And so you've laid the groundwork for something beautiful, something really beautiful, something magical. That's what I think. So let's see, you get the Nine of Swords again, right? So I think that you're just being reminded to take it easy on yourself, that you really have nothing to worry about. You have really put in the work. You have, even if this is a job that has come to an end, this is how the story I see. Let's say you are being made redundant, whatever that means. You are not redundant. If you think about the meaning of that term, it's like you're not useful almost. What I'm seeing is, here's the hard work that has happened. In fact, that might have, without you knowing it, that deep inner searching that you're doing is pushing you to move to this ending. And while this ending might seem like this may be this redundancy, let's say, it might seem like a hardship, but in fact, to me, it looks like you did it. Your spirit pushed you there. Your going within led you. Sometimes we don't know that something is good for us, but in fact, we are being guided and pushed there. And it's because we have been willing to do that inner work. And to me, the reminder here is, if that is the case for you, let's say you've lost a job and that's why you might be holding on to your coins here. Remind yourself of this, that you have this wealth of experience. Be your own sentinel, because it looks to me like victory's there. You might not be able to see it, but it's there. You've done the groundwork. Be your own sentinel. Guard with grace. Guard with grace everything you've built up, all the experience, the knowledge, the wisdom that you have built up over time. and honor that, honor that. I think that this, having the Nine of Swords again, is just a reminder not to overthink things. Don't stay in your head about things. You know, the High Priestess is a bit of a head person, but she's a head person in the sense of deep inner wisdom. She's more third eye head. And something about this card, what this card is saying to me right now is perhaps your next, you've done all this hard work, your next, continue working with the High Priestess is what I'm feeling, but you're uncovering the magic now at a deeper level, and it's between the third eye. It's with the heart, but also higher wisdom. It's your crown chakra, your third eye, your throat chakra, and perhaps even your heart chakra that you'll be working with, I think, for the week ahead. And you know, that can be, in fact, you could work with all the chakras, but your focus is these higher chakras, right? Because the root chakra grounds you, that's red. So you can do a meditation like this that is about putting your feet on the earth, on the grass, putting bare feet on the grass. That's your working with your root chakra. Do that as an honor, you know, consciously. That's all you need to do, consciously. Your sacral chakra, do something self-loving, a self-loving act. Maybe a bath, a bubble bath, something you don't normally do, something creative. I don't know why I keep getting the self-loving act with the sacral chakra. Have sex with a partner, or have sex with yourself, whatever, but do something that honors the sacral chakra, whatever that might be. Your sacral chakra is about creativity, about creating, you know. So do something that feels to you creative. It doesn't have to be big. And then for your solar plexus, just do the sun thing. I feel like just drawing the sun into your solar plexus is a powerful act of self-love, of self-building. It gives you energy, and it doesn't even have to be the physical sun. It can be imagining the sun. So do some work with your chakras. You know, I did a meditation, a yoga nidra, that when I first came on YouTube, that was the first thing I did. It's not professionally done. It needs some work, but it's really, I feel it's really powerful, and it uses the chakras. So go there and use that, even if you use just that section, because I coupled each of them with affirmation. So do that. But I would say your focus with the High Priestess. So do the grounding, the first 3 chakras for your grounding, but your focus in meditation is these: your heart, your throat, your third eye, and your crown. So you can just imagine crown, that color flowing in, flowing all the way down, and just see what comes out for you if you work on that. Like I say, do the others for grounding and then use this in meditation. I would love to know how that works for you, and what insights you might have. And I think that's the magic that you need to be working with in the week ahead. So let me just draw some advice cards, because I think that what Spirit is saying is you are in the right place at the right time, and in fact, you brought yourself here. Heartache. So it feels like there's been some heartache. It could be a relationship, but even if it's a relationship that's ending, you brought yourself there. Your spirit was leading you there. You know, it wasn't coincidence. You might not even know it. You know, even if a relationship and other initiates the ending, I believe that deep down that is for our own good. And in your case, I feel like your spirit led you there, no matter what the outward display is. So I see heartbreak, but this is also healing. It's a chance for you to heal. So Perhaps that's what your high priestess work is doing, is helping you heal your heart. And your heart is in the center of all the chakras. It's smack dab in the center. So perhaps that's what your work is for. It's for the healing of your heart. So do the grounding chakras and use the upper three, bringing that energy in from the upper three to heal your heart, to help with your heart healing. This is talking about cutting things out that don't serve you, but it's in a victorious way. There's your victory again. I think that your work is helping you cut out stuff that is not good for you, and you can do it in the most honest way possible, and unlike this dishonest way. And I just want to come back to this, because this is just a caution, a reminder not to play games and or be aware of other people's games. Cut that shit out, right? That's what that's saying very strongly. Cut it out. There's no need for games. You have everything you need within, right? So if it's someone else playing games with you, cut that out. If you have a tendency to play games or play games on yourself, just be aware of that and cut it out. And then you get the Tower, and you get this magic card. For me, this is the card of it's not a card, it's not an actual tarot card, it's just the extras, in the deck. But I see it as I've kept the two because they are so beautiful to me. This is like being divinely watched and guided. Your highest, your angels, whoever, your ancestors, loved ones, are taking care of you. They are guiding this process, beloved. Know that and trust that. And with the Tower here, I think that you need to accept whatever's happened, because it's here's advice, right? I drew it as advice. So I think you need to allow a tower to fall that needs to fall, which is what this is talking about. I see this is such a mixed bag, but I think it's a really deep, something really deep is going on for you. Trust you are guided, trust that whatever's happening, you've done the work. Let go when you need to let go. Don't hold on to stuff that's dead, right? And there's nothing for you to worry about. There's so many indications of victory and magic and creating your magic. I think that you're working with the High Priestess. Is your creation of your magic. So in a way, there's a little bit of mystery, and that's okay. You work with that to create your magic, and I'd love to hear how that works for you, or what happens in the week ahead. I hope that's helpful, group one, and I wish you a wonderful week ahead. Work with your High Priestess and your chakras, and please feedback. I'd love to hear how that works. All the best for the week ahead. Lots of love. Bye. Welcome back, group two. You chose Pink Sapphire. And look at that. You've got a magic number as well. It's 44. Such lovely colors. Okay, so I'm seeing with Pink Sapphire doing heart. Lots of heart energy. Heart opening, perhaps. Let's see what happens here, what comes out. Maybe you are doing some healing. Perhaps you're going through a hard time as well. And the Pink Sapphires here. Can you just imagine putting that lovely color over your heart, over your being? How healing that would feel. There are too many cards there. Let me just see. So perhaps work with Pink Sapphire. These cards are not cooperating today. Wow. I have shuffled and group one got these very same cards, these two. And I've put them in 3 piles and I'm drawing from one from each pile. So, and group one got this one as well. Wow, interesting. I'm going to put these rows out. Okay, let's see. Okay. Give me a moment, please. You've got, oh no, that's not where group one got it. It's fine. Yeah, I see new beginning energy, something that's come to a completion. Group one got this as well, ending of something in a positive way. This 9 of Wands, it feels to me like you are standing guard of all the hard work you've done. You are, and you need to keep honoring that within you. That, you know, the 9 of Wands is about that, it can be seen as a spiritual power, like the hermit, but it can also be that rest, taking a break, knowing that you've achieved so much. But you need to remind yourself that you've achieved so much. I'm seeing this as a sentinel today for some reason. No, I think I mentioned these are my sentinels today. And that word keeps coming up for me today. So perhaps you are being your own sentinel, or you are being reminded to be your own sentinel and guard, in your mind, guard with passion, with belief, all that you have achieved. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I feel like there's a bit of healing that's going on or needs to go on. So perhaps you need to be doing that withdrawal constantly this week ahead. Just keep going in. And even if you go in and pretend, imagine yourself being in this nest, perhaps that's what you need, curled up. Perhaps your inner child needs that feeling of being protected like that, you know. And then with the Hierophant here, something to do with your inner wisdom. In fact, it's not about inner wisdom. It's about outside wisdom that leads to that ascension, that knowledge. I'm seeing the pinks there as well. I'm going to come back to the Hierophant. It's not speaking to me yet. Then you have your new beginning and you have this completion. So, and the moon in the reverse. So perhaps something that hasn't been clear is now coming to light because of this being true to yourself. And you are soon ready to take this new beginning. Something's ending. It could be something about the way you see yourself. Perhaps you haven't, something, you know, I'm getting that maybe a new job or something new that involves teaching or educating in some way. And it feels like it will bring you great joy. Educating, this is a yoga instructor, so it could even be a yoga job, something to do with yoga or spiritual teaching or healing. And it feels like it will bring you great joy. And especially if you keep honoring what you have achieved so far. And I think you need to be doing this inner child work, just hugging yourself more this week ahead. Still need clarity. There's your new beginnings again, with the Ace of Swords. New beginnings, but with a lot of clarity. Like I was saying with the moon here in reverse, perhaps something that was unclear has now become clear. And you can begin this new cycle, a new cycle, because the cycle is ended. With the Temperance in reverse, there's a reminder to find your balance, to keep finding that balance. And I think the way we find balance is by being aware of when we feel out of balance. I like to use the divine masculine and feminine, or the feminine and masculine, divine masculine and feminine. You know, I know it's been used in twin flame circles, and yes, that's great. But for me, it's got nothing to do with gender. It's not about male or female. I think that we all carry this within, and we have variants of it. We have degrees of it, and we display different aspects in different situations, you know. So it's just about being conscious with that and have a lovely play with that. Where am I? You know, with the Temperance, it's a big card to have in the reverse, you know. So there's something that's quite out of balance, so you must be aware of it. So how do you write it? How do you, and if you can use if you use in meditation, if you use the divine masculine and divine feminine as your extremes, go in there and look at this particular situation. What does it feel like? Does it feel like a feminine energy, a masculine energy, a deeply feminine, a deeply masculine, somewhere in between? Well, it's obviously not in between. It's something extreme. Is it toxic? Is it beautiful? But there seems to be some imbalance. It could be an imbalance of giving too much kindness to others and not enough to yourself. Just go and play with how you would write your Temperance card, how you would find that balance. Harmony, because I don't know if we are ever in full balance, right? Because that's what makes us interesting. We have a little bit more of something, but when this comes up in the reverse, it says it's out of kilter and it's not working in your favor. And then we get the Seven of Swords. I'm going to get a couple of 3 clarifiers for this whole reading to tie it together. With the Seven of Swords, I think perhaps that's a warning to not, you know, this. I never like getting the Seven of Swords, and it's suggesting some kind of sneaky behavior. Perhaps you need to be watching out for that. You know, like the rest of the reading is so nice and easygoing, kind of, and then you get the Seven of Swords. So perhaps this is the thing that's causing some imbalance, someone's behavior. And I think it's external. So perhaps it's something you need to just be on the lookout for. Swords again. You get the Four of Swords. So I think meditation is really, really important for you for the week ahead, that withdrawal. Just find 10 minutes at the least every day to take that time for yourself. Go and lie in this nest in your imagination and see what comes up for you. For me, this feeling is then of protection, and perhaps you can imagine your nest lined with pink sapphire for its healing. Because there's definitely some healing that's going on with you. You get the Four of Swords twice. But you and the first group got this walking away. So it feels like all of us are walking away, possibly. It either could be a job, it could be a relationship, it could be a way of thinking. You know, you have the Hierophant in the upright, and the Hierophant can also speak about, you know, in the upright, it's a nice energy, I think. I'm seeing it that way. But it's like the Hierophant is the guard to the access to your higher wisdom. So there's something about the Hierophant. Let me get a clarifier for the Hierophant as well. You know, the Sentinel can be a negative thing. You know what's coming to me? It's possible that you've been in one kind of work situation or relationship and are moving to a different kind of one, a very different type of. And so the resources you have, you relate to this kind of situation, whether it's a relationship or a job, and not to this. So don't be too much of a sentinel, because whatever you've built up, know that you can apply in a different situation as well, whether it's a relationship, a job, a new city. Know that those resources work for you. So don't, maybe the challenge is not to protect them in such a way that you cage them, right? And block them off and see them as only for. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, so there's a walking away from something. And that's why you have this ending energy and new beginning energy. But something was not working for you, and it could have been a relationship. It could be a way of thinking. And with the Two of Swords there, yeah, I see that two-minded energy again. Let me think about that a bit more. It could be that you're walking into something so different from what you've normally had, and that's what's making you feel out of kilter again. And there's that two-minded thing, and that not being able to make a decision. And yet it's such an odd reading, or in fact both readings have been quite deep and fascinating. It's like, should I, shouldn't I? It's like underneath there's all these positive energies going on. You've got the World, you've got the Fool, you've got the Moon in reverse, which I'm seeing today as letting something becoming clear. You have the Ace of Swords there, also clarity. You have the Hierophant, which is so, in this card, in this set of cards, so powerful and vibrant and such a wonderful energy. You've got the pink sapphire. So underneath all of this, it's like so much positive. But on the surface, it might show as negative, right? As two-mindedness, as needing to walk away from something. It's like I said with group one, it's this energy of perhaps something doesn't look right. Some change might be painful or not look right, but actually it's you. You are creating that change. You are the agent of that change. You've orchestrated it. Your higher self has orchestrated all of this through your hard work, And then there's this feeling of two-mindedness about stuff. It's like wanting to move forward, but not seeing the value. And it shows as well in the Temperance card. So let me get a clarifier. I'm going to get some clarifiers because I feel that there's something going on here. The Hierophant, Temperance, and the Seven of Swords. I'm going to. So you get the Wheel of Fortune, which is telling me that a huge change is going on. And really, I feel perhaps it is to do with something you're going to be doing something so completely different from what you've normally done. Okay? Does that make sense? That's awesome, though. And naturally, then you would feel a bit imbalanced. So let's just get a clarifier though for the. Let's get a clarifier for the Temperance card. There you go. And that's what wanted to come out just now. And because there were too many cards, I didn't take it, but it was at the top of the pile. And that's the Chariot, and it's moving forward, and you've got your yin and yang there, finding balance. I think you need to be trusting yourself. You've got this. You've got this. Whatever this huge change is. There's so much energy of like buy energy, like should I, shouldn't I? The Two of Swords, the Chariot, the Temperance card. And you know, funny enough, I was seeing this this new thing without having thought about the two energy thing, like something that's so different from your normal. Let's get a card. Seven of Swords. It's the only card that like would give me a little bit of concern. Why have you got the Seven of Swords in the upright? And it could be you finally doing something for yourself. That might seem sneaky to someone else, but it feels necessary to you. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, that card seems to want to come forward. Wow, Ten of Swords. Wow, so it tells me, you know, you've got that beneath the, so a huge change, an ending of whatever this sneaky situation. Maybe that's what's the new thing. You're moving from something that you were very comfortable with, but it didn't work, or it served its purpose and it's now ending. You're walking away from it, moving to this uncertain thing. It's something that you're not normally used to. Perhaps you're moving from a creative job. Maybe you're an artist. Now you will be teaching art, which you've never done before. Could be something like that, just as an example. But that has served you. And the idea there with the sentinel is to guard your hard work, your trust, acknowledge your hard work, but also don't block it off. Don't say to yourself, oh, I don't have the skills to teach because I've never taught before. Say, well, I have done this. I taught myself this. I have learned all these things. The value of that is that now that I've learned them, I can share them with others through teaching. There's something about that going on there. But there was some kind of negative pattern that was happening that's come to an end. That's definitely come to an end. And it might have been a painful end. But look where it leads to. The Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups here is the promise of a new love, or new love for self, a new beginning, an overflow of love. And it could even just be, not just, it could even be this overflowing of love for the universe, for people, for yourself, for spirit, because the Hierophant is very much about the spiritual side, whether it's institutional arrangements or higher wisdom, spiritual in the broader sense. You know. So let's take advice cards. I hope this makes sense. It seems, you know, both readings so far have been like quite mysterious, but sometimes that's just the way it's meant to be, you know. Let me see if I've missed something. Your hard work leads to a new beginning, and the clarity, going within, the need to go within, I really feel, to continue the going within and honor your inner child. But there's your clarity again. And then the urging to find balance, to work with finding balance. With the Chariot there, it's a reminder that you, even as you move forward with your two horses wanting to draw both ways, you have the ability, you're strong, you can move forward strongly. You have that ability to find the balance within. So I feel your guidance is about that, going within, going into your nest. Use the nest metaphor in your mind, in your visualizations, going within, and that's the thing. And when you go within, think about or allow to come to you where you are out of balance, and then use the Chariot as the way you can move forward, trusting yourself that you can harness those extreme energies in a powerful way. Okay, and then this, I'm just looking at them like this. So institutional stuff, something changing. You know, the one thing I didn't look at is that it could be some institutional way of being, something that maybe you were set in your ways about, possibly coming to an end, or a relationship with an institution coming to an end. Maybe that's the best way to say it, but in a positive way. And with the 7 of Swords here and the 10 of Swords, it just keeps telling me that maybe something wasn't okay in a situation, in this situation, whatever it was, but it's come to an end. And it might have been a painful end, and that's why you need to do this self-love action. It's made you feel a bit like that, possibly. So that's another scenario, I guess, or it could be part of the same scenario. But the reminder that you have all that it takes to manage your moving forward. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune as well, reminding you that you're going through a new cycle. But there's a whole lot of positive energy here as well. Ace of Cups. And then with the Ace of Pentacles, a reminder of a new beginning, could be a new job, which this seems to suggest. Something new relationship, new money, better money. And again, you have the King of Rods here, which to me goes so nicely with this, honoring what you have achieved so far, trusting that you have this. The King of Rods is an initiator, and you know, there's this energy of a new thing, something new coming in that was precipitated by your letting go of something, or perhaps it's coming in because you are willing to do the letting go. And trust that with the King of Wands here, you have the ability to energize that, to bring your energy in, to make that thing happen. And with the 9, I would say you have the energy to go the long haul, because you have all those resources behind you, even if the situation is very new and very, maybe a little bit scary for you. Okay, beloveds, I'm going to leave it there. It seems a bit scattered, but I see a number of stories there. Maybe it's one story as well. And I hope that helps. Please give me feedback. And if you like what I do, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't, and share with other like-minded souls. I hope this helps you. I send you lots of love. And I'll be in touch again. I will do the midweek draw on Wednesday. I'm sorry I missed it this last week. It was just over hectic. Lots of love to you, Group 2. Bye. Welcome back, Group 3. You've got the Spirit Quartz. So pretty. I think there's lots of spiritual growth happening, and I think this is a card of deep spiritual growth. Wow. These colors have been playing a lot with me, these purpley, pinky hues. I think you are doing a lot of work with your higher self in the week ahead. Beautiful, beautiful. So let's see what the cards have for you. Death wants to show. We are soon going into the time of Scorpio, but let's do a shuffle. Get the Knight of Coins. Slow and steady movement forward. That's the most grounded of the knights. Most reliable. Perhaps you are being very reliable, or are in that space of. You get the 8 of Wands, King of Pentacles there. You get victory, the 6 of Wands. Nice. So far. Very nice reading. Let's see if we don't get blindsided by some swords and in the negative. the Hanged Man in reverse. Oh, lots of coins for you. Oh, this card has come up for everybody so far. We are walking away from stuff. I think with you, you are not more comfortable with that walking away. I think the first three groups have been feeling, you know, it hasn't been so pleasant. For you, it looks like it was an easy decision to move away from something. Let's see. You know, I see slow movement forward. Perhaps it's in the field of communication with the Eight of Wands there. But whatever you are doing, you are slowly moving forward to your King of Coins. What you're doing feels to me like you're doing the right thing. You are maybe plodding, but it's the right thing. Don't rush. Continue your slow and steady movement forward, because you are moving forward to this King of Coins energy, and that is complete financial abundance, you know, where you really don't have to worry about anything. You have the Six of Wands here, which is about victory. The Hanged Man, looking at things from a different perspective, and the Three of Pentacles. So that I see as just a reminder that you've worked hard and victory is there. And perhaps you are starting to see the signs of victory. With the Hanged Man in reverse, let me see what I get from that. I think that you have had fun looking at things from a different perspective. I think that you might have, in my readings, drawn the hanged man many times, and you've like become so used to looking at things from a different perspective, you're starting to have fun with it. It's become second nature, maybe. And this suggests to me a partnership. Perhaps you're moving into a partnership that will be very, very good for you. And I'm thinking of, you've got the 3 there and the 3, and you've got the Lovers. So it looks to me like things are good financially. And because of that, you have been able to let go of practices, people, things that don't serve you. You are walking into the sun. You are walking into the sun. And like I say, I get such a more positive energy from this, or more a light-hearted energy, put it that way. You are birthing something new, beloved. You are in such a creative space. It's beautiful. And because you're in this creative space, I think you might be moving into a beautiful partnership. Now, I never like to make partnership the most important thing, but in this case, that's what it looks like. I also don't like to do prediction, but sometimes my readings, like I'm forced to say, well, that's what it looks like. And that's what it looks like, moving into a partnership. Now, it is true that that could also be divine balance within yourself. It's very true that that might be. But I'm so, well, let's see what else comes up for you. But I'm definitely seeing, I'll get 3 cards just to clarify the entire reading. I see a partnership, a beautiful, deep partnership, a balanced partnership, a give and take partnership. And then, with the Empress there, it's like you are being so in touch with your own beauty, however you identify, you are so in touch with that beauty within that goddess energy. You might have just a little bit of indecision about stuff with the Two of Swords, and feeling like you can't see, but you can. I mean, all the cards here, perhaps this one is the one that when you feel like this, a little bit unsure, you do this. Use this card as your space travel, your astral travel, your travel to higher dimensions for the week ahead. I think that's your card that you work with. You get the 10 of Cups. I wasn't sure whether it was upright or in the reverse, but that's an indication of something really beautiful waiting beneath the surface. That complete fulfillment, happy family life. You know, whatever that means to you. And there's the King of Coins again. So there's something very grounded coming in for you. King of Coins and this 10 of Swords. It's like the end of something. Perhaps there was an ending of something, but like I say, with the energy here, it feels like all of it has been expected, you know, more lighthearted than the others. And that ending, those swords are falling out now, whatever, maybe there was a betrayal, but it's like all of it, it's almost like something is shifting, but you are conscious of why it's shifting and you are comfortable with the shift. You've also done a slow and steady work to there. So you're feeling confident about it because you've done that slowly and steadily. There might be a partnership coming in because you feel so grounded. A partnership coming in. Really beautiful partnership. You feel grounded, but you also feel absolutely beautiful. Honor that and just hold on to that. Beautiful, lovely energy. Now the advice cards, or you know, I always draw advice cards at the end, and I always have them in the upright. Sorry, those were not, those were there. So I'll just keep it as these two. You have the 7 of Cups and you have the Emperor. And for me, the Emperor is this reminder of this lovers, this relationship, this balanced relationship coming in. And you have the 7 of Cups, and normally I would say the 7 of Cups is just a little caution to not be too dreamy, be a bit realistic. But I think you are a very realistic person. So I'm going to say, enjoy the 7 of Cups. Use it in your imagination. I think that you are being guided to make those 7 of Cups in your meditations, whatever you want them to be. Like, just have fun with it. Fill those 7 of Cups with whatever you want. You know, I have this dual relationship with manifestation. You know, as in that they always talk about the law of attraction. At a moment, I have a dual like relationship with it because I don't think it's a click your fingers. But sometimes we've done so much hard work, and we are gifted with this space where we know how to use our minds, even if it's for that time. And it's our time to manifest. And I think that you are being invited to just play with the manifestation right now. Play with this, play with that. Fill those cups with whatever your imaginings are and be playful. And let's see what happens. I'd love to hear how the week ahead is. I would say let that be your fun for the week ahead, because all this is happening. And there's your joy, your work, fun work. Okay, I hope that helps you, Group 3. I think that you are in a lovely space at the moment. Just enjoy it, hold it to you. Okay, beloveds, we'll chat with you again midweek when I do your 1 card draw. I'm sorry I didn't do it last week, but it was just super hectic. Lots of love to you. Enjoy your work, and I'll chat with you again soon. Bye. Welcome back, Group 4. You have Aegirite. You know what I'm seeing here? I know that's to do with the Aegean, maybe. I'm not sure what the cards say. I kind of feel like with the crystals, we need to own our own interpretations. But what I'm seeing here is third eye. In fact, I'm seeing a lot of the magic of Group 1's Labradorite. This is not a common crystal, not here anyway. But I'm seeing that this thing of sentinel keeps coming up. See these as my sentinels, my guards. And I'm seeing this as a sentinel. Maybe the tower will come up as well. Perhaps that's a beautiful tower. And perhaps what this card is saying is that you are building a tower from your work with your third eye and with your heart. Let's see what comes up, but I think that's quite beautiful. I'm getting a nice feeling from this group as well. A gentle feeling, like a peaceful feeling. Let's see. Maybe we'll get a few surprises. But all three of groups 1, 2, and 3 got the 8 of Cups, walking away from stuff, but each with very different energies. So we'll get it as well. So you get the Ace of Cups in reverse, the Lovers. Oh, this card came up for groups 1 and 2. There's the Sentinel again. There's something about guarding what you've worked for, being true to yourself. That's what I see. So the Ace of Cups for me could be indicating not being true to yourself, not valuing yourself enough. And this is reminding you that you should. With the Lovers there, gosh, I'm not going to take these, but all cards from group 1 and 2. There are too many. With the Lovers there, I think you're being reminded to be your own lover, like your own first and true love. The 2 of Coins there, finding balance. 6 of Cups, balance. I think your work is emerging, the work you need to do. I'm drawing more cards this week. It just felt like I needed to. Yes. Okay. So I think these are clear enough. The Ace of Cups, the 6 of the Lovers, and the 9 of Wands. Guard your sense of self, your sense of balance, of harmony. Trust that you have everything within you, masculine and feminine, the different energies within yourself. And my reminder again is, I see the divine masculine and feminine simply as archetypes, and they're different extremes of this finding balance, and they have such useful archetypes to help us remind ourselves that we have that harmony within, and that I think that the life journey is about working to find that harmony within. And I believe also that those true relationships, those deep ones, are found first within, especially if they're those. Okay, here's my take on the twin flame thing. I feel like there are relationships, and then there are soulmate relationships, which are those kind and beautiful ones that just work. I've seen them. And then there's twin flame, which I feel is a spiritual relationship, but it's one which is meant to make us find that balance within ourselves. I don't know beyond that. I know that there are lots of claims about it, and I know that people seek this, which I feel is, I don't think we are meant to. And I honestly don't know what the end point is, but I do know that the point of the journey is in finding that divine masculine, feminine within ourselves, and all the variations and the flow and the harmony. And it's not balance, it's more harmony than balance, because I'm not going to go into that, but you work with it as it suits you. And I think your reminder is that you have everything it takes within you And you need to be loving yourself more. You need to be guarding whatever it is, all that you've achieved and accomplished. Don't let anyone tell you any less. Okay? Balance comes in again. I think that you are working on balance, beloveds, for the week ahead. This is that soulmate past life energy, but you have it in the reverse. So 6 and 6. It's a reminder again that you are finding that within yourself. You're working with loving yourself and finding that harmony within. And I love that you get the strength card, because there's your infinity again, that harmony, working with the harmony. And with the strength card, it's that strength to tame our egos, the ability to use gentleness to tame a situation that could be really harsh. So it even could be we turning in on ourselves. Instead of being hard on ourselves for anything, we are gentle on ourselves. So perhaps that's your reminder to be like the lamb. And then in this here we get the Queen of Swords in the reverse. So there could be something where you're not feeling able to speak a truth. But on the other hand, you have the Eight of Wands, which is about speaking truth, which is about clear communication. So perhaps your reminder is your balance. Perhaps your balance, your harmony is in writing your Queen of Swords. So perhaps there's something intellectual in your intellect, something to do with your intellect, your knowledge wisdom, information wisdom that you are not trusting. You seek that out, beloveds. You need to seek that out. I think you are undervaluing that. You are undervaluing your ability to speak truth. You are undervaluing your beautiful Queen of Swords. Think about what the Queen of Swords means to you. For me, it's about the intellect. It's about clear communication. It's about deep knowledge. And it's about being able to cut out the crap. So you might not be feeling your ability to do that, but that's your work for the week ahead. What do you need to do? What is the balance? What is the thing you need to do? Where is the imbalance that's making your Queen of Swords feel out of kilter? And what can you do? What is the way you can bring this balance about so that you can honor her ability to think? I didn't want to say think clearly because that might sound like you feel you don't think clearly. I don't think that's the problem. I think you undervalue your intellect. You are in this situation undervaluing your intellect. You are undervaluing your ability to speak truth, and perhaps you need to make a speech and you are not valuing that. Value that because you have that ability to communicate clearly. There's some element of the Queen of Swords that you are not valuing, and you need to work. I really feel that's what you need to work with, using the Lovers, that balance thing, that harmony, to write that. With the Emperor here in the upright, perhaps that's your sentinel. So you could use the Lovers, that idea of looking to find balance, to seeing the balance within, to bring her upright, and using for the Emperor energy, that masculine. So perhaps that's what's missing. Maybe you are some kind of masculine, however you see masculine, a positive masculine energy, which I see echoed in here, this tower, this sentinel thing. And I'd spoken about the third eye and the heart chakra, finding that balance maybe, but working with them. So you've got a lot of work. But using the Emperor image as your sentinel, your guard. Guard Don't let anyone let you feel like you are lesser than you are. Guard what you have achieved, even if other people don't see what you've achieved. So let me use me as an example here. So I've set up the Selful Soul, and Selful Soul does two things. One is the spiritual, one is the political. And it's like near the twain shall meet. There are very few people who maybe there aren't very few people, but not many people who have. What I feel is that my Selful Soul and my byline, the spiritual is political, might repel either side, But I know that that's where I'm guided. I know that I'm guided to do Selful Soul in the way I do. I'm guided to bring my intellect into my spirituality and bring my spirituality into my politics, my political life. And that's what guides me. And even if it's a long road, I'm thinking of group 3 now, that slow plodding. And even if sometimes the way people react in my physical environment, I might feel the negative energy about something, I'm reminded that to be strong and that the belief in self comes from within. It's my cup that I need to allow flow into me. In fact, there's it flowing into the heart. Beautiful. And it's me that is finding that balance, and me being my own sentinel. And that's what you are being invited to do. Whatever you are doing that might even go against the grain. Don't let anyone undervalue you. I'm not going to draw clarifiers for this group because I think it's kind of clear. It's quite deep, but also quite clear. I will just draw advice cards. Sometimes they are clarified. More so I think there are two big messages for this group. One is to work around on the issue of balance. It's specifically around the issue of balancing of the your Queen of Swords energy. How do you bring your Queen of Swords upright? What does that mean for you? That's the one thing. And with it, you are being, and use the Lovers as your what is it, familiar? That guide that takes you on your journey, your inner shaman. Lovers is your inner shaman to help you write the Queen of Swords. So what is out of balance in your Lovers that will help the Queen of Swords go upright? I hope that makes sense to you. I think a lot of what I say is also to help you use your intellect and imagination and apply it to your situation. It's not me doing a cop-out. It's in fact me respecting you, and trusting that you will know how to use the tarot. The situations will be so different, And then the other part of this whole thing is while you do that inner work, you draw on the strength of the Emperor, the divine masculine, like a very masculine energy within you, and this tower-like sentinel energy, which the Emperor can be as well. That's your protection as you do that inner work. Oh, I think that's so beautiful, group 4. 5 of Coins, it's that reminder, you are not an outsider. And even if you are, stand your ground. Dare to be different. Stand your ground, beloveds. Whatever you are doing, you are being guided. You are working hard towards that. I think all the groups this week are doing such beautiful inner work, But group 4, you are, your inner work is about honoring yourself. It's about that Queen of Swords. And it's definitely about intellectual, clear being energy. You're not an outsider. Oh, and even if you are, do that with grace and courage and self-belief. And then you have this beautiful Knight of Cups, which is like this offer of love. And perhaps that's an coming in card, who knows? But it could just as easily be the card of you writing this Ace of Cups, Queen of Swords, and out of that blooms this beautiful next level self-love. Because I think we are always moving up as we do our inner spiritual work. Okay, my beloved group 4, that was just so beautiful. Thank you for being here. I wish you a wonderful week ahead. I will be back with the midweek one card draw. Sorry that I missed it this week. It was a hectic week. Be your sentinel, find your balance, and please let me know how that works out with your Queen of Swords energy and all the things that I'm saying here. I'd love to hear. Please give me a thumbs up. Please like, please subscribe. Please give feedback, and please share with other like-minded souls. Lots of love to you. Have a great week ahead. Bye.